Good morning, everyone. This is Maggie, your Fearless Growth Mentor. And today I have invited you to the kind of a mini class, Ease or Fear Around Money. We are going to speak about money because when you are starting out, this is what is happening. Really, you have two fears. One is whether you are having something interesting, whether your offer is good enough for people to buy it, whether they will be really into it, whether they will follow you. And number two, whether they are going to pay for you for your talents and for your wisdom. Meaning, and that's the fear number one, really, whether you will be able to live with your dream, whether whether your desire will be self-funding in a way. And today I would like to share with you like three topics or three areas that are very strongly connected with this primal fear. What you are going to learn today is what's the link between the self-esteem and your bank account, what to do when the fear grabs you by the neck. Usually it happens at 3 a.m. And what you can absolutely create, or actually how you can create the powerful money breakthrough. All right. So I would like really to start with abbreviation of fear. I will not spend a lot of time on fear, but this is a choice always. Remember, the fear, if you look at the letters, some people see it as forget everything and run. Or, and this is what is my way of seeing that, face everything and rise. To rise, you obviously need the courage, because you need to leave your comfort zone. You need some amount of courage, and sometimes it's quite a lot of courage. But remember that really, what is courage? Courage is really, I found this saying, it's grace under pressure. And I love it. I love it because it is so much connected with who I am and what is my purpose. And I'm not pushing, through the life, and my clients are the same. They would like gracefully to step into their power. And this is what happens when you choose to rise, because the minute you decide, all right, I'm going to follow this dream, I'm going to follow the nudge, I'm going to follow this very uncomfortable knot in my stomach, you are actually choosing to voluntarily put yourself under the stress. You may hear some little voice like a murmuring in the background, and that's my dog, which is actually changing his position and lying at my feet, which is gorgeous. So we are putting ourselves voluntarily under the stress, and sometimes this stress and discomfort is really, really ugly, because we decide that actually what we need to do, we need to revisit all unhealthy patterns, all our behavioral patterns, beliefs that keep us small, that makes us feel fearful at the moment. So actually what we need to do to start building this six-figure business, and this is absolute must, if you are dreaming about having at least six figures and going even beyond the six figures, to multiple 6 and 7, this is your starting point. You need to start working with your virtues which build the bedrock for your power, for your development. And these virtues are First of all, self-trust. That's absolutely fundamental to understand that the minute you have decided that you would like to do something, to achieve something, to reach out for something, this is going to happen. And actually, the only obstacle that stands between this thing and you is just you and your mirror reflection. That's it. It's not easy to gain the self-trust. And I know that some of my clients are working on that for a few weeks. It took myself I think more than a few weeks. And that's I would say this is the lifelong process. But the minute you step into this and you start believing in yourself, you start trusting your ability to change things, to make them happen, the world is at your feet, as we say, right? The world is your oyster, really. The virtue number 2 is self-love. Well, love is absolutely the highest vibration, highest virtue, and highest way of being. When you are interact with the world with the love and compassion, everything really changes. But it is quite difficult, especially when you are high achiever, when you are sitting very strongly in your mind, when you are thinking this 80,000 thoughts a day. It's hard to show yourself love, and it's even harder to show yourself compassion, while self-love and self-compassion are creating this, this foundation of your future growth towards positive bank account. Because I'm speaking about all these virtues, and there are still 3 missing, because actually these 5 virtues create your self-esteem, the way you see yourself, the way you relate yourself with your choices, with your beliefs, with your opinions, with your behaviors, and with your actions. And self-esteem is really on the very, I would say, high level, the relationship between you and your power, you and your spirit, and you and your higher self. So and this is a skill. This is something that we are not taught at school. Sometimes, parents and society leaves some residue in us, but really, the stronger your self-esteem rises, the more brave you are becoming to reach for more. And that's okay. Yeah. So self-esteem is really a skill, and you can learn to love yourself. You can learn to trust yourself. You can learn to show yourself the compassion, and you can learn to other virtues that I'm going to share in a minute. It's self-knowing, the intimate knowledge about not only what you want, but how you want to thrive in the world. What are the conditions you are creating or you want to create for yourself, really to feel that you are at your best, to have this, fiery feeling in your stomach that, yes, I'm doing it. I am in the energy of, yes, I am at my best, actually. You need to have this very, very intimate knowledge, how you want to work, what is your ideal client, and have the courage to say no to those who are not representing your 5-star clients, for instance. You need to understand how your body communicates with you. So what does it mean when you have this ugly knot in the stomach, or some kind of a tension around your head? Because Your body is communicating with you all the time. If you have, I don't know, some kind of feelings or injuries even around your hips, it also means that you may have a fear of moving forward, or fear of moving or changing your direction, right? So this is the type of listening to yourself, listening to your body, understanding your unhealthy beliefs, and being ready to actually do something about that. The minute you start changing it, everything changes. The last virtue that I wanted to add to the group of 5 is self-understanding. It is very strongly connected with self-knowing, and it's coming really from understanding your current setup, because we are actually stepping into our power, and we are allowed, or we can allow ourselves to step into the power every day. So you can start this journey every day. Even if today you don't feel that you can do it, you can start tomorrow, and that's fine. And even if you fail tomorrow, you can start the next day. Every day is a new day, all right? So understanding, knowing, compassion, self-love, and self-trust, they are building the bedrock of your self-development. And what we need to start doing, being this, high achievers, being women for whom there is nothing we cannot do or have or be, right? If we trust ourselves, if we love ourselves, if we have this compassion to ourselves. But what needs to start, the process that needs to start, is the process of first getting the awareness where you are and what is creating the unhealthy patterns, the unhealthy behaviors, the unhealthy beliefs. And secondly, show the readiness to act on this, to be brave about that. And the minute your behavior changes, the behavior of people around you change. The whole constellation of relationship around you changes. The minute you start acting differently, for instance, towards your clients, is like a tipping point for the new clients to come in, or your existing clients to start behaving the way they were behaving, if that's something that you disapprove, but you were scared to share with them because you wanted to please them, or you are afraid that they will leave you, for instance. So the very, very important behavior that women entrepreneurs have troubles with, for instance, is asking for the higher prices, or in general, asking to be paid for what they are doing. And come on, I mean, we are great in what we do, right? And every day we are getting better and better because we educate ourselves, and because we are surrounding ourselves with other people having similar virtues. So in a way, we are sucking this energy of success. So it's absolutely inevitable that next day and next day we will be better. But then our self-esteem, our low self-esteem, stops us to ask the prices which are equivalent for the transformation we are offering to our clients. And how crazy is that? So the moment you decide that as of tomorrow, you are going to ask for different prices, you are going to be richly rewarded for your talents and for your gifts and for your personality. The way you are offering this is also extraordinary. It's unique. Only you can do it in the way you are doing it. And even if you do the same thing as other people out there, still your vibe is like a fingerprint. It's unique only for you. So actually, when you decide to ask for the prices that are in alignment with who you are at the moment, your mediocre clients eliminate themselves because they will mismatch with your energy. They will mismatch with the power which is, emanating from you. And it might be difficult to ask for higher prices. It might be uncomfortable. But again, this is a skill. This is something that you can learn. You were born only with your talents, with your gifts. You know your purpose right now. And the game, playing your A game is about really being at your purpose, knowing your value, knowing your truth, and knowing yourself so intimately that you want to play only the highest game. You don't want to be nobody. You don't want to be invisible. You don't want to be paid, low money for your services. And you don't want to wake up at 3 a.m. with this feeling, God, again, I'm scared. And you're not scared because you are scared. You are scared because you are misaligned. Because the part of you that knows that you are capable of more, knows that you can easily reach 6, 7, and maybe more figures. And the whole amazing, lifestyle that goes together with all of that, she is calling you. And yet your other part of yourself, the lower self-esteem, the ego, the ancient part of you, which is supposed to hold you small, is playing the game, putting this 80,000 thoughts to your mind that you are not good enough, or there are people who are doing the same stuff. So you have nothing interesting to tell. But, there is a process that helps you to overcome all of that and really to step into your power to generate 6 figures and more, and have this feeling of really putting your soul on fire. Because when your soul is on fire, you feel like the total freedom. You feel that you are on your purpose, that you are working with the people who actually you're not only friends with, but you love everything about them. They represent your 5-star client, your VIP, ideal, best for you client. Client who not only wants to pay you the money, but will pay you any money to work with you, because you are absolutely the best person to hold their energy and to guide them through whatever difficult transformation they need to go through. Because your role there is to be the catalyst and the guide through the transformation. So the client will pay you anything to be free of fears, to generate 6 figures, and to have this, like a bloody wings, to fly high, to feel fully confident. Putting your soul on fire means being intentional, not reactive, but very proactive, very aware of what is happening around you. Being aware that actually everything which is happening around you is the result of your doing, because we are powerful manifestos. We just, most of the time, we are not aware of what we are doing. But the minute you put yourself on fire, the minute you start being conscious how your body communicates with you, how your inner whisperer communicates with you, and you start building your sort of inner team. But in reality, it's you. In reality, this is your own power without all this, bloody shit that ego whispers to your mind. You have the power to get rid, or to dance with it, because some of us, we are not very what's the word, violent, right? We are not violent, but we want to embrace our fears. We want to embrace our ego. We want to listen to the shadow and understand what's the message in the shadow part of us, really to use it as a springboard to even jump higher, to jump further, right? Because when you are standing out there, you can jump, but you would need a springboard. And if you are working, for instance, with a coach or with a mentor, this person is becoming not only the container for your energy, not only the person who trusts that you can do it, but the person who actually is giving you the springboard. The springboard which is bendy enough to sort of catapult you in the direction of your choice, and the springboard which is stable enough not to backfire when you are jumping. So it's safe. You choose the direction. You know what you want to achieve. So being consciously, it means that you are consciously create everything around you, and everything means your business and your life, because actually everything is connected. We are energetic, and we are quantum creatures which are in a physical body. So in a way, we need to follow the limitation of our body. We see only what the body is telling us. We experience that, we feel that. But there are things, there are energies around us which we don't see actually, but we experience them and we feel. And I'm sure that many of you felt this. I feel it like a big smile around, in the chest, in the heart area, in my heart chakra, where everything goes smoothly. Everything is really giving me this fire, in my heart. Like everybody's smiling. The things are happening like this. The sales conversation don't even feel like sales conversation. They are feeling like a walking in the park with my best friend and the dogs. And this is being in flow. I call it, this is my soul on fire. So what I would like to do today is ask you a couple of questions, and these are maybe the journaling questions. I get them from Denise Duffield Thomas. She is a famous money coach. And part of the work that actually you need to do to put your soul on fire is not only to learn your virtues, to get the skill about having this intimate knowledge about your virtues, but to start playing the top game of the money. because the relationship with money is actually everything. The way you are creating money, the way you are allowing yourself to receive money and to keep money and to spend money, uh, ask for money in the form of the prices, for instance, for your services. This has a direct impact on the way you are seeing your power and your capability to change the world around you. So think about it. I mean, when you would like really to start playing your A game in business, you can write these two journaling questions. Question number one is, what are my excuses about why I'm not allowed to have a profitable, successful business? And each and every one of us has different excuses. For some people, it will be fear of losing status quo, for instance. Because remember, the minute you start earning, asking, and getting more money, big money, the money that put your soul on fire, and you feel richly rewarded for your work, it changes the relationship pattern in your family around you. All of a sudden, you may stop become dependent of somebody, and you can start have more influence, meaning maybe more voice in your family. Maybe you will stop having agree things with somebody in your family, and you will become more independent. So money, relationship with money and starting getting more money changes the constellation of energy around you and changes the power pattern around you. So you have to be also aware of that. When you are increasing and stepping into your power, the power of everybody else is changing. And the question number two, what I would like to give you as maybe your evening exercise is, what are the three things that I am worried at 3 a.m.? What are the worst things I think about when I'm too scared to take the action? Think about it, reflect, make your list, and see it in the full glory, because your journey really towards six figures starts from your awareness, from the moment you know, aha, okay, this is what I'm scared of. Try to drill down to know more, not only what is this fear, but how it is formed. What does it mean really? What are the consequences in your life of, for instance, breaking this fear? What would change in your life if you break free from that particular fear? So if you would like to really put yourself on fire, put your soul on fire, and welcome more abundance in your life, see this six figure in the revenue on your bank account within the next 12 months, then I would invite you to contact if my energy resonates with your energy. And let's talk about this, how we can put you on this springboard, and what are the unhealthy beliefs that you need to work on before you will step into your power, before you start making, creating everything around you, because you need to remember that you create all the time. And it is important to understand from which energy, which vibration you are creating. If you are scared, if you are doubting yourself, if you are inconfident, then everything that you create from that will be reflected in your life. So this is the invitation really for all the women who would like to welcome the energy of yes, who already believe there is much more for them out there and they would like to make it happen, but they don't know how. So I'm going to leave the access to my calendar in the comments, and let's talk. Let's talk like friends in the park, walking the dogs. I'll see you next time. Thank you for being with me, and just watch out for more tips and tricks on secrets of the six-figure business. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of a day and rest of your week.